Welcome back, everybody, and we're going to be continuing where we left off of Hogwarts Legacy with our Gryffindor house. I love that. With our Gryffindor house. So, let's just go. Let's pick up where we left off.
Now, which way is the common room?
I hope I can give you guys a good enough experience. I hope I can give you guys a good enough experience throughout this whole playthrough.
Never will do anything for a thrill.
How do we get up there?
I was trapped.
Still not working. Ugh. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's not a complicated spell. I should be able to do it non-verbally. Why is this not working? Ugh. Oh, hello there. Welcome to Gryffindor. I'm Cressida.
Pleasure to meet you, Cressida.
Splendidly theatrical arrival to the sorting ceremony last evening. Made it in by the skin of your teeth. Is it true that you're Professor Fig's protege?
The guy in the back looks all fucking depressed. Oh, excuse my mouth. He looks all depressed.
I'm not sure I'd say that, but I did study with him a little before we arrived.
Blast! I was hoping he might have given you some advice on non-verbal casting.
Is that what you were trying to do just there?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, look
Having
at
a
him.
spot
He's
of
all
trouble.
depressed.
I've mastered the charm
And
using
tired.
its incantation, but this is proving a bit trickier.
What should we say? You know what? She just needs a bit more
A little
practice.
more practice ought to do it.
I practiced all summer. I can cast spells more complicated than this one without speaking. What's so difficult about this one? I'm just going to keep at it.
How hard is it to cast?
Is it really that difficult to cast non-verbally?
Oh, yes. And if you don't get it just right, the results can be, shall we say, awkward. Once, I tried to cast Depulso non-verbally on a goblet in the Great Hall and ended up launching Professor Sharp's Yorkshire pudding into his face. He was not happy.
Do most students know how to cast non-verbally?
Not at all. Hogwarts doesn't teach non-verbal casting until the 6th year. And even then, many struggle with it. I'm simply trying to get ahead of the game.
She wants to be ahead of the game.
Well, good luck with it. It was nice to meet you, Cressida.
You as well. Enjoy your first day. For me to
Who
pass,
does Nelly think she is?
she gets bolder every year.
Get out.
That girl thinks she can get away with anything.
I know he'll do anything for a thrill.
Apple.
It'll be the next butterbeer. Sure you don't want to try it? Brewed it myself. Hello, you're the new 5th year. Pleased to meet you. I'm Gareth Weasley. Heard about your travels here. Can't believe it. Glad you and Fig are all right. Is it true that someone from the Ministry was with you in the carriage?
Oh, yes. A friend of Professor Fig's.
Oh, didn't mean to pry. Nasty business, dragons. Again, very glad you're here.
Thank you, Gareth. So am I. Are you related to Professor Weasley?
I am. She's my aunt.
That must
Must
be
be
nice.
nice having an aunt for a professor.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? Aunt Matilda tends to treat me as if I'm a first year. Keeps too close an eye on me. It's all a bit suffocating, to be honest. Still, she means well. And she's an incredibly powerful witch. She'll have your back.
We'll see. I wonder what's it. Wait, yeah, well, no, go back to the cup. What's in the cup?
Are you having butterbeer for breakfast?
Oh no. I've been perfecting a recipe I came up with over the summer. I'm almost there, based on some reactions that may need a bit more work.
Seems you enjoy brewing. Might I assume that you've a talent for potions of all sorts?
Well, as I see it, there's little difference, fundamentally, between brewing a modification to butterbeer and a Wiggenweld potion. Though, I'm not certain Professor Sharp would make the
okay.
connection. He doesn't appreciate my, creativity as much as you might think.
Nice to meet you. We're gonna go.
Well, it was nice meeting you, Gareth, and thank you for the insights on your aunt.
Pleasure to meet you as well. Good luck today.
How the hell do we get hurt down here?
Don't fall off this time, Nellie. Nellie can't do anything for
I hope the professor catches her this time.
What can we do? Oh. She was right there.
Why is everyone so highly strung? It's perfectly safe.
Adventures.
Well, hello. Don't mind me. I find it helpful to change my point of view now and again. Put things in perspective. Once I made it to the top of Gryffindor Tower, from the outside, without a broom.
Goodness.
I'm Nellie, by the way. Nellie Ogspire. I've heard rumors about what happened to you on your way to Hogwarts. Is it true? About the dragon?
You know what? We're Gryffindor. Let's... Cocky. Yeah, let's be cocky.
It is true, but we handled it very well.
I'll say. I think you've already earned a reputation for fearlessness. Anyway, you've certainly brought some much-needed excitement to Gryffindor. And Hogwarts, for that matter.
What exactly are the rumors about my journey to Hogwarts?
That you escaped a dragon attack? Isn't that enough? Most of us arrive via train or boat, not having just escaped the jaws of a dragon. Of course it's got people talking. Word travels fast at Hogwarts.
Yes, it does, like any other public school.
I take it you're not afraid of heights.
It's something I've always done, since I was little. My mother once found me on the roof when I was 5. Still has no idea how I got there. But with all the strange hallways and rooms in the castle, and everything lurking in and outside the grounds, you don't need to scale a tower to see something incredible here.
It'd be nice, though.
I'd imagine most students have never seen a dragon. Have you?
Goodness, no. And I've never heard of one attacking a carriage like that. Not enough meat in a carriage, I'd think.
Okay.
I'm sure I'll be seeing you around, either in our common room or when you scale your next tower.
You never know. Bye for now.
New Gryffindor. Professor Weasley's waiting for you outside the common room.
Well, we better just go. Oh boy. But yes, let's just go.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a 5th year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success.
Isn't that cheating? Oh, I'm cheating. I got a book. SAT. Wait. Hold on. Go back. What? So, Owls, OWLs, which are like the SATs. Huh.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
We'll just tuck that underneath my elbow
Thank you,
and
Professor,
in
but
my
what do you
infinite
mean it will
pocket
keep track
to
of
where
what I'm
everything is
learning?
just the fuck appears.
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test.
She said, walk with me.
This way. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore.
Bro, you're from a movie I know.
I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up.
I am keeping up. I'm right behind you, lady. Sheesh. I'm passing you, lady. You need to keep up.
The guide appears to have some information for you about that painting of poor Barufio. Simply cast Revelio on it, and we'll see what the guide
Revelio.
This portrait depicts the wizard Barufio, famed for his brain elixir, as an example of what happens when incantations are improperly spoken. He once said instead of F and found himself on the floor with a buffalo on his chest. Oh, he once said S instead of F and found himself on the floor with a buffalo on his chest. How did I not see that? Alright. Let's check this out. Field guide. Boom.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
I'll do my best.
Revelio.
No time to waste. You've classes to attend.
I'm gonna pet the kitty. I don't care. Meow. It's a box. Oh, we got minis.
Good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Central Hall. The right side of the map is where you'll find academic points of interest, including the astronomy tower, library, and greenhouses. Yes.
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall.
Do they?
You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
I don't know what we lost, but we lost something. Oh.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
Oh my lord, there's so much dialogue in this game. I don't know if I can take it.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
I did my best, but I'm fairly certain she suspects that we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look. The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Like I said, there's so much freaking dialogue. I love the game, but there's so much dialogue. It's such a good game. Like I can't argue with it. Like, and if I argue with it, then I'm really gonna feel like shit. So there's no point. There quite literally is no effing point in arguing. We'll come back to that.
My exams. Not one of them deserves more than a C.
Let's just hit that real fast. Go up these stairs. To begin. Yay, first class.
Is that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it.
That was a
You may be
line from the
asking yourself
movies.
How an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little.
If anybody knows who did
Today,
the
we
Defense
will
Against
review a
Dark
spell
Arts
that
class
has
in the
saved me from
movies,
death at the hands of dark wizards
like,
more times than I care to remember.
oh my god, please, like,
Levioso.
remind me.
Levioso. A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Here we go. Boom. Up. Yeah, let's go. Looked like the 5 gum logo upside down.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent. As Master. Good. Now, well done.
Send it way back there.
Very good. But the best way to practice is by duel. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Alright, let's go, buddy boy.
Lucky. Nothing lucky about it.
This can't be your first duel.
Let's just say I'm a quick learner. Stupid way go. Levioso.
I do enjoy
Let's
you.
go.
If only all my students were this adept.
Sound me off the mat.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Gryffindor.
Thank you, Professor Hackett. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right, that's enough spectacle for one day.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
I've had my fair share.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Ooh, you're cocky.
Fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Intriguing.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested.
You
Till next
nosy
time.
weenie.
Oh, I'm not much for dueling. I prefer to keep things friendly.
Where's the thing? Let's go to our next class. Oh. Up the stairs we go. Don't wanna be late.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit.
Some of us don't necessarily want him to get back to the lesson.
Huh. Yo. Different. I like it.
Here. Behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? Hmm? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Accio.
Accio.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
What? Okay. Outside we go.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree.
I want to play Quidditch.
So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off?
Ooh, let's see if we got this, people.
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your excellent control there. Now, think of splendid! That's it!
Yes.
Very good. Points to Gryffindor. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Oh my god.
Yes!
This girl.
Accio.
Very good.
Here we go. Phew.
Accio.
Well done. Let us see this. There we go.
Oh my god, come on. No, 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 no. Fuck.
Not to worry.
No. We would have had that, people. We would have had that if it didn't fuck it up.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
Huh? Oh.
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You
Okay.
will need it. This round settles it all.
Watch this.
This girl. Yes! Giant rolling blueberries. Yeah.
Splendid!
Be sharp. Phew. Nicely done. Let us see this. There we go.
Accio.
A perfect score. Remarkable.
Let's go.
Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Ouagadougou just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Ouagadougou uses one.
Spells cast without a wand must be less powerful than those cast with a wand.
No, not at all. Wizarding magic cast without a wand is just as powerful. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
Okay.
Is Ouagadougou a castle, like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
Ooh.
Is Ouagadougou much bigger than Hogwarts?
Ouagadougou School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Cool.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Ouagadougou, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Alrighty.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans. If
A
you're
word,
so
if you would.
Well, you'd be using it on clothing. You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Just give it to us now. It's not gonna be no different.
Professor Ronan reminds me of my grandfather. Loads of wisdom, but a bit mad.
Hello there. You're the new student.
On to our next quest. Well, somebody's screaming for bloody murder. From what it sounds like. Ugh. Good day.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit before you arrived. I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Hasn't he said anything?
Have you and Professor Fig not discussed my training?
He continues to be reticent about the details, mentioning only a few spells. Revelio, was it? And Lumos?
That's correct, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Yeah, Professor Ronan.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand.
Let's go.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
Natty.
I'd like to go with Natty.
Excellent choice. Miss Onai is one of our most talented students. And she knows the area. She'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
Alrighty. Let's go report to Ronan. Get that out the way.
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor.
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that. The mending charm, Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
Let's go.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor. This is the right area. Flying pages. Got it. A flying page must be around here somewhere. Brilliant.
Number 2.
I trust the preliminary tasks weren't too much trouble.
I completed the assignments, Professor.
Marvelous. You clearly know your way
Quick,
around basic
quick,
charms.
quick like a bunny.
Let us give the old mending charm a try then, shall we? Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and movements. I want to see some vigor. Now, wand at the ready.
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic.
Boom.
That's it. Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak.
Revelio.
The jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed out.
Leviosa. Get this real fast. What's our next quest? Hogsmeade. Alright, I'm gonna end the video here. We will pick up where we left off in a little bit. I need to go do some stuff like I normally do. I hope to God that you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for sticking around me, whoever has stuck around with me and whoever has watched my previous video. Thank you so much. I don't really have much else to say, and I'm sorry my commentary is not all that. I am not much of a talker. This game has a lot of dialogue, and about as much I can talk about this game a lot. It's just I don't want to constantly keep talking about it over and over and over again. So anyway, I will see you all in the next video. Pieces.